Hi everyone and welcome to Autodesk PowerMill. So we have already started the module number 4, which is all about the advanced finishing toolpaths and machining strategies. And we have covered the 3D offset finishing, coasted Z finishing, corner finishing, row line finishing, parametric offset finishing, parametric spiral finishing, pattern finishing, profile finishing, project curve finishing, and line finishing. So right now, we are going to start a new topic, which is all about the radial finishing. So it's just the name given to it, radius or radial. So it's all about that we are going to perform the toolpath operation, which is like a circular type of object to perform the operations of toolpath strategy on the circular type object. Okay. So right now, let's go and do what are the steps, what are the things, what are the parameters which required the radial finishing toolpath. So let's get started. So I have the Autodesk PowerMill software open, and right now we need a model for our new radial finishing toolpath. So let's go to the file and import a model. Click on model. So I have a model which is in the form of step format. So just click on the part 2, click open, and it's just getting loaded into your software, importing your software. Okay. So let's see. Oh, so as you see that the model is loaded into the software, but the work coordinate system is not correct. So we want this face to be in the Z direction. Right now it's in the Y direction. So you know that what we have to do is we have to rotate the model around the x-axis to get the direction in the Z. So just go to the model, right click, go to edit, go to transform, just click on the X, and here we have the face in the Z direction. Okay, so we have the top view of this model. So let's get to the radial finishing toolpath. Just go to the toolpath and click on the toolpaths and go to finishing. And in the finishing, you will find out the radial finishing. And you see that this is a circular object. I have a circular object and I have a curve type part. You see that it's a shallow part. So let's go and apply the radial finishing on this part. Just click on OK. So the first thing, you know that we have to give a name to the toolpath. Just go and write the name, radial finishing. And you have to select the block. Just click on the block, calculate it. Okay, we have the block view. Just click on this view to relate it to your required view. And I just hide this view. Okay, so go to tools. You have to select appropriate tool for this object. So I'm going to use the Ballnose tool for finishing operation. So I'm going to write it 5mm BN. This means that Ballnose. So 5mm, length is up to 5mm. Let's go to the radial finishing. We have the center point. So the center point is x0 and y0. Why the center point is x0 and y0? You see that my origin is at the center point. So make sure that you have the origin point at the 0 point. Okay, or at the center of your object. If your point is not here, let me say that this is the point, and you'll see that this is the X point and this Y point. The radial finishing will apply from this point to the other area. Okay, so let's go and I'll do this by click on calculate. And you see that the radial position, the center point is this, and it's apply on this area. Okay, so this is not appropriate for this such type of thing. So what you have to do is you have to define the center point of where you have to start the operation. So for that purpose, just click refresh and you have to find out the center point. So for center point, you can easily go to the position input form and go to the circle. You can select the 3 points, 1, 2, 3 points to get your center point ready. So 1, 2, and 3 point. So it will definitely find out this center point of click apply. And you'll see that it's at the center point, X0 and Y0. Okay. So this is how you can find out the center point of a circle by using the block position input form. Okay. So the next thing is the radius. So you have to find the starting point and the end point. So let's say that the start point is 0. It means that it will definitely start from the 0 point and the end point. So you have to find the end point. Let's say that the end point is from this point to this point. So it's almost, let's say that it's almost 104. This means that the area is 104 millimeters. Or you can have, if you have know the model dimensions, then you can directly input the model dimensions and say that it's 100 millimeter. Okay. So it will definitely start from 0 to 100 millimeters. You have to define the angle. The next thing is the angle. Starting angle is 0. You have know that from the circle has a 360 degrees. So circle is defined as at a 360 degrees. So the starting angle would be 0 and the ending angle is 360. Let's say that if you are going to start from 0 to 90, let's say that 0 to 90, just click on calculate. So definitely it will perform its operation. Let's go on top view from this 0 point or 0 degree to 90 degree. If you are going to set this at 180 degrees, then definitely it will do half of that circle and perform its machining operation. Okay, or if you do this at 370 degrees, then it will perform this area. And then if you are going to set this at 360 degrees, it will perform its operation 360 degrees on that point. Okay, so that's the thing. That's all the things you will need to do perform. The other thing is the step over. You have to find out the step over, or you can set the step over by manually set it as 1.5 millimeter step over, and the tolerance is 0. Thickness, if you want to set the thickness, and the order position is 1-way or 2-way. Let's set it in 2-way direction, so it will perform its 2-way direction. Therefore, and let's say, let me show you the 1-way. In the 1-way, you see that it just take to this save point and then go back to the surface and cut down the material. So, but in the 2-way joint, it will never go back to the save point. It will take a cut from the other way and just cut down that area. Okay, so there is no step overs. There is no safe step overs over here, and limitize the tool control and access safe points. Okay, so it will take from this point and then go back to its here. Okay, so this is how the radial finishing toolpath works. There is no such other things you need to do. Just go to the leads and links and check out the leads and links. And the links I have seen set it as a straight and safe point. Feed and speed, you have to set this spindle speed 15,000 according to your machine specifications as well. Okay, just click on close, go to the simulation. We have the radial finishing toolpath here. Click play and you'll see over it how it actually looks like. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. According to the step over you have set it. Okay, so if the step over is 1 millimeter, so this means that it will take 1 degree, 0, 1 degree, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 degrees, and up to 360 degrees cutting way. Okay, so if you close down to 0.1, then it will definitely take smaller step over and give you high finishing on your object. So you have to define your step overs according to the tool feature or tool design or tool geometry, and what type of your model geometry is and how much finishing you require it. Okay, So all these things are dependent upon the tool, machine, and the strategy you are applying on it. So that's it for the radial finishing. Hope you like the video. Hope you understand the parameters I have set it here. It's very simple, it's easy, and it's very clear. That's it for the radial finishing. Thank you very much.